Okay.
That's good. We were talking about the start of fall. Well, in this week's Adventure Arkansas, 5 News meteorologist Matt Standridge went on a walk at the Spiro Mounds Archaeological Center to see the mounds and how they interact with the sun. Check it out.
It's time to explore where you live with Adventure Arkansas, sponsored by Adventure Subaru.
With the equinox here, I loaded up the Adventure Subaru and journeyed to Spiro, Oklahoma, just as many ancient Native Americans used to do, and it all has to do with how the sun aligns with the mounds. But these mounds aren't just any mounds.
So these 12 mounds are the architectural remains of this culture that from 700 through 1500 controlled essentially 2/3 of the United States. It's the most powerful single group ever to exist in the U.S.
Director Dennis Peterson says the fall equinox was important to the Spiro people, who used to gather to see the alignment of the mounds and the sun, which they believed to be the most powerful spiritual entity.
Those alignments that we see at 1000 AD are the same alignments that we can see today. And one of the reasons why we do these walks at the solstice and the equinox is that there are 3 of the house mounds, when seen from the temple, will line up for the solstice or the equinox sunsets.
This autumnal equinox walk is similar to other equinox walks held across the world, including places like Stonehenge. Luckily for us, Spiro is right in our backyard. That's why students from Fort Smith joined me on a tour, and Dennis showed us some of the largest mounds on site.
Now, there are plenty of mounds here at the Spiro Mounds, but the one behind me is one of the most important. It's called the Craig Mound, and a lot of the most important people here in the civilization were buried there about 1,000 years ago.
The center is open year-round, but the autumnal walk is extra special.
It's one of the few times that you're going to be able to not just look at an arrowhead or at a knife or something. You're actually going to be the site of where people were living.
So these mounds are an incredible piece of Native American history. You want to come out on Friday to see the autumnal walks as the sun lineups with the mounds. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, but not without some help from the 1st Lutheran 5th and 6th grade class from Fort Smith. You've been watching
Adventure Arkansas!
If you've never been out there, I'm telling you, make a trip out there sometime. The 2-hour walks are tomorrow at 11, at 2 o'clock, and also at 7 tomorrow.
Sounds like you'll want to go at 2 ahead of it turning over to fall at 3, right?
Yes.
Admission $7 for adults, 4 for children. The walks, by the way, an extra $5 for adults and 3 for kids.
Fun.